Well, it's exciting to be together again. Of course, that's the theme of this year's walk. We're following the same walk that we did in 2019 because we had changed the route that year, and we wanted to really feature all of the beautiful new things happening downtown Palm Springs. Of course, a lot of public art was happening and is still happening, and we wanted the walkers to be able to enjoy that. And so the walk kicks off at Ruth Hardy Park, and will come down through Palm Springs. It will come in, it will wrap around the beautiful museum, come down Museum Way where they can see Maryland and the brand new downtown park, and then back into what they're calling the block now and the P.S. I Love You statue that the Chamber of Commerce installed and let us rewrap for this event. The event itself is sponsored by Desert Care Network, but the Health and Wellness Festival is sponsored by our friends at Walgreens, and that's really special because the local stores do fundraising. They ask their customers to support the walk, and some of the booths are going to be local healthcare organizations where you can stop and ask questions about your personal wellness. Some of them will be other local nonprofits who will just be talking about the work they do. And it's an opportunity for you to stop by if you don't know them already, get to know them, get connected. You know, volunteering and making a difference in this community is so much a part of the DNA of who Palm Springs is. The walk is, it's a lot of things. It is a big fundraiser for comprehensive care at DAP Health. But I think more importantly than that, it reminds the community that the work to end HIV, it's not over. And you'll see it on the sleeves of the walk t-shirts. We'll have the U=U emblem. Of course, U=U is undetectable equals untransmittable. And that is a really important message in terms of ending the stigma around HIV, because if you are taking medication for your HIV and it is undetectable, you cannot transmit the virus. That's a big part of ending stigma. It's a big part of ending the epidemic as well.
And joining me now is Stephen here at More to talk about tomorrow's walk. And I was just asking him while we were watching that. I said, so how are the numbers? How's it looking?
Yeah, we have a record-breaking year in terms of registrants for the walk and in terms of fundraising, but we want to continue to do that work. We've got another 24 hours before that walk kicks off, and there's still time to register at desertaidswalk.org or come to the registration tent in the park and sign up when you get there.
And we've been talking about like all week what is offered at the walk, like what people can see and what what this money goes towards, because that's the really important part. You want to know what that money is going to be covering here in our valley, and the money stays here in our valley. Can you kind of give people like a look at what exactly is happening with that money and how this helps DAP?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, 10,000 of our neighbors call DAP Health their healthcare home. And many of those people are living with HIV. Some of those people don't know their HIV status. And so an important part of what our community health team does is they get out into the community every single day and they do education, they do prevention. Throughout the pandemic, they have been mailing free at-home HIV tests. Over 1,000 tests have been mailed out. And of course, you know, those tests cost $25 to buy and mail. And so every dollar that's donated goes to the prevention of HIV and of course the treatment, the comprehensive care, the specialty care for people living with HIV right here in our community.
And yesterday we talked about Revivals and how they're working towards that mission as well, especially all the customers. If you've been shopping at Revivals, you know that they ask you when you check out, would you like to donate $1? So really great stuff happening there as well.
So many stories. You know, the theme of this year's walk is together again. We've been isolating for so long, and so the theme of this year's event is coming together again in the park, of course, with the Health and Wellness Festival, but Revival stores, of course, 40,000 people come through Revival stores every single month, and they've come together as well, donating $1 at a time, and that's added up to $20,000. And so when you're on the stage with the team from Revivals, the store team leads will be there presenting a check to the CEO, David Brinkman, proudly presenting a check from our customers who have been so supportive.
Yeah, the Survival stores, the teams are doing great work. You showed me that, just the Palm Springs one.
It's amazing
what they're doing. Another part of this too is because of the pandemic, you know, we weren't able to get together as a community and really, you know, see each other again. But you are going to highlight a really cool something that's been going on at Ruth Hardy Park every morning.
Yeah.
Every morning.
So we did a segment. We went into the park. Ted Geis and his G-Force crew workout. They have been getting together every day, Monday through Friday, at Ruth Hardy Park, working out. It started as like 12 people, and it's grown to over 100 people a day, breaking down isolation, building community. And I think what was so interesting about talking to these folks is the theme that came back again and again was so many of them had never felt community, had never felt connected, and it took a pandemic to bring them together, to bring them into community, to bring them into friendship. And we're going to watch that segment.
Yeah, let's take a look.
We're at Ruth Hardy Park in Palm Springs and talking with Ted Geis. Ted's a man who's been teaching a class called G-Force Workout for the last 11 years at World Gym here in Palm Springs. But during the pandemic, he needed to come up with a creative solution to how to keep folks moving. So he moved his class out of the gym and into the park. And for the last year and a half, he's been teaching a free class for over 80 people who get together every morning, Monday through Friday, to move, to smile, to create community. We're talking to Ted, and we're talking to the folks whose lives have been changed because of the community that he's built.
When I first started doing this, I really had no idea that it would turn into this. It was indoors originally in World Gym for almost 10 years, and then when the pandemic hit, we had to have a place to go. People started walking by and seeing us, and then they'd join us the next day, or they'd hear about it on Facebook, or a friend that came to class would encourage them to come along.
I love starting the morning off on a positive note and seeing people be inspired every day by Ted.
G-Force has made a huge impact in my life. As somebody I've been a surfer, a swimmer, hiker, backpacker, I've never really encountered anything in all those adventures that's been more welcoming, more open, more every age, every ability, every skill level.
And when I came here, I said, oh, what to do? I don't know where's the place to go. But now I'm enjoying and I'm feeling good, motivation for my health, motivation with my daughter, and I love it.
We got a chance to actually get to know one another and find out some really great things about Palm Springs and the people that are here, artists and singers and dancers, and it was just great.
When people tell me how they feel about this, it's so personally gratifying. I didn't set out to be that guy. And they, through their kind words and their sharing their experience, help me to be a better person every day.
Ted and his crew, they want to invite everybody to join them on October 30th right here in Ruth Hardy Park when they warm up the walkers, kicking off the Desert AIDS Walk 2021. Of course, the theme is Together Again, and I can't imagine a better way to illustrate that than this amazing crew that's come together all year long.
We don't stop, we don't drop, we never quit, we kick ass!
Oh my gosh.